Do-do-do-do, boom, boom. What up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, everybody, GM. Hope you are doing great. Hope you had a great week. I mean, it's Friday. You made it, baby. Because if you've been one of the guys or gals that everybody's working for the weekend, this is your day. It's Friday, baby. Friday morning, unless it's somewhere else in the world that you happen to be living in. It is not in the morning time, but GM in the States, baby. It's 9 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for tuning into Web3 Breakfast. Guys, go ahead. If you are watching over on X, hit the heart, repost the video, tag some friends. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get in here. Here we go. Here is, all right, I got to look down at my phone. All right, so bringing up Tracy here. Tracy is with the Blockchain Futurist Conference coming up in Toronto next month. You guys know that we are media partners for that. Super excited to be heading out there. Mr. Dude, let me bring you on up here as the co-host. As you know, you're not supposed to request. It is my job to bring you up so that we don't get you caught in the infinity loop. So give us 1 second, everybody, while we do the little house cleaning that gets everything going. So while that's happening, like I was saying, go ahead and hit the heart if you're watching on X. Repost the space, tag some friends. If you're watching over on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. That's the number one thing you can do over there is smash the like. Thank you. All right, here we go. I think we got the for now, guys. And if you are paying attention or not paying attention, if you are in the space and you want to come on up here, ask some questions, be a part of the conversation. Especially, I know we got a couple of our Canadian friends that are going to be part of what we've got going on. In the community here, we are going to be traveling in a pack. We will be an entourage, the Web3 Breakfast crew, coming to Toronto. So super excited. But Tracy, GM, how are you?
Good. Thanks so much for having me. Good morning.
Absolutely. Good morning. So we are like a month away. Let me look at the calendar to make sure.
Yeah,
we're like just about a month away. How are you feeling? How event planning is always one of those, it's stressful. They always are. You react and adapt live, and then when the event's over, you take a deep breath, right? Like that's just kind of how they go. So a month away, how you feeling?
It's exciting. We get bigger and bigger every year, so we definitely push ourselves. A month out is a bit nuts, specifically in Web3 because everyone in our space is last minute. So pretty much every person I've messaged for an entire year has officially come back and messaged me. We're also really part of that road show. So, a lot of ones ETC, we got Bitcoin Miami coming up, and then we're the kind of the next one. So it's absolutely nuts. I keep thinking about the brunch after the event at this point, but it's going to be a big show this year. So we're excited about it.
That's great. Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to it as well. Got some big name. I'm going to pull up the let me just switch on over here. I've got the space pulled up. If you guys are watching the live stream, you do know that we've got the Twitter space going in conjunction with the live stream. So if you ever felt like, hey, you know what, I really want to participate in this conversation, all you got to do is just log into the space and do that. But what I'm going to do is switch on over here to the Futurist Conference website so you guys can see that. A couple things I want to note. You got 14 hours, 48 minutes left for 2-for-1 tickets. So this would be like the time. You said, everybody in Web3 is last minute. We are just about a month away. 2-for-1 tickets are about to go away to later today in 14 hours. So
Yo, Jay, do you guys have 2-for-1 pizza down there?
2-for-1 pizza.
So here we have 2-for-1 pizza where it's like 2-for-1 tickets, 2-for-1, oh 2-for-1. There you go.
Wait a second.
I have 2-for-1 pizza, bro.
I am totally missing that we do not have 2-for-1 pizzas. I would be 600 pounds if they had 2-for-1 pizzas because I would do it every time.
You'd be on that show, right? My 600-pound life.
Yeah, dude. You'd be like, oh, this guy eats 900 pizzas a year. I would. That's like 3 a week, right?
So you're mentioning there's 2-for-1 tickets, but actually for anybody on the space, because we love our media partners so much, we're going to give you guys a promo code here for free tickets. If you're here listening right now, and the promo code, funny enough, is pizza, PIZZA. What? So we're going to offer anyone who's listening to the space a free ticket. We're going to make it expire probably by the end of the day today. So if you're going to do it, probably give me like another 10 minutes. It's going to post up right now. So by the end of this Twitter space that you guys grab a free ticket.
All right, that's wild. So quick disclaimer for everybody that is watching on the replay of the live stream as well. You said today Eastern time, right? So anybody that's watching today, Friday, this is July 12th, there'll be a free promo code pizza to get yourself a Blockchain Futurist Conference ticket in Toronto for the 13th and 14th
Exactly.
of August. I should say August. It's July is
August.
Yeah. July is slowly passing us by, which is great. So that's insane. Promo code pizza. So if you guys were on the fence, come on now.
There you go.
There we go. Now I think our crew just got larger too, because now we'll get some more people.
Awesome. Exciting stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We'll keep announcing it throughout the space as well.
Okay, perfect. All right, so that totally derailed. So what we were doing? All right, we were looking at the website. We were talking about the 2-for-1, the speaker list. That's what I wanted to go to, so we can chit chat about that for a second. Is it just down here? Y'all crushing it with the sponsors. My gosh. Speaker
We
lineup.
try to include as many people as you can. Events are expensive.
Oh, 100%. So we've got an action-packed list. The list of speakers is very long.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited to hear?
Okay, so we have 3 stages. The coolest thing about our event is we're in an entertainment complex. So if you ever thought of an event, you think of a convention center or a hotel, like throw that right out of the window.
Okay.
That is not what this event is at all. We do this in essentially a mega nightclub and an outdoor cabana area. So we have yacht parties, we have helicopter rides, we have the most immersive futuristic stage you've probably ever been in with, full 360 kind of lighting and immersive. So what's great about it is we bring some really great speakers. The biggest difference this year that we're really putting emphasis on is artificial intelligence and the convergence of AI. So we have half a day of that on the 14th. And so we have some pretty top big speakers within the AI Web3 space that are coming in. The other great things that we have, our keynote is Anthony Diorio. He's one of the founders of Ethereum. I used to work with him in 2013. Him and Vitalik and C-Doc and all the founders of Ethereum I worked on a project pre-Ethereum called CryptoKit with them. So I've gotten very close with the Ethereum Foundation. And so Anthony will be speaking this year. We also have, just a whack of female speakers, which is nice. So we run ETH Woman at the conference as well. So about 50% of our audience of speakers are females, which is
that's great.
Quite unique within the Web3 space. Yeah.
No, 100%. And I could tell you unequivocally, Mr. Dude and I are both #girl dads. I have been taking my daughter she's 2.5. She'll be 3 in October. I've been taking her to conferences since she was 2 months old. When she was 2 months old, we flew down to Miami to the Central for our first conference, and she's been on the circuit since, right? So there's a slim, we're like 50-50 right now that they're going to be coming with me to Toronto.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's a great venue for them as well. That's bomb. Yeah, with some of the other great speakers we have is like Ari from Chainlink Labs. He's the chief scientist, so he's doing an AI thing with the book signing. Coinbase is coming in as a big sponsor, so they have a really great fireside chat. And then a lot of the big projects. So we have head of payments of Ripple. We have the founder of Certic there. We have a really big project called Rilecoin that's coming from Japan. So they're bringing about 50 people from Japan to talk about what Japan's doing in Web3. COBitcoin.com and just a lot on, pretty much everything like regulation, DePIN, and then a ton on just DeFi and staking and how that works and ETFs and things like that.
Heck yeah, that's gonna be fun. So I would encourage, and one of the things that you had mentioned, you said there was, like some fun things, like a nightclub. There's some fun things going around. So I would encourage anybody, and this is not specific to just the Blockchain Futurist Conference. I think this is just in general. Like, make sure that when you go to these conferences, that you go to the satellite events, that you go to the networking things. Like, that's where the relationships that you will meet that will be forged in iron. And whiskey maybe, or just a good time, and really like that sets the tone for where maybe the next phase of your journey in blockchain goes. And so I strongly urge people to just, if you were again thinking about like, I really do want to get out. I need to get out and meet more people in crypto and blockchain and Web3 and all that stuff. Like, here is a freaking chance. Like, if you're gonna miss Nashville, hit it to Toronto. Like, it is just it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah. What's cool about what we do is we actually put a lot of our sub events on site. So when compared to a lot of, we do run Canada Crypto Week. We have events all across the week, all across the city. But if anyone's been to a lot of these events, you're kind of jumping from one to the other. You don't know which one to go to. Half your friends are split up. And so what we do, because we don't do it in a traditional convention center, is we bring all these events on site. So you get access to about 25 different sub-events on site in all these different rooms, different bars. One's on a yacht, things like that, all throughout the venue itself. And so bars are open the whole time at the event. The pool's open, the cabana pool. Like I said, we have the yachts that come up we have a party there. People do happy hours throughout it. And so it's definitely fostering deal making and having more of those intimate conversations. So you leave with friends, you leave with meaningful connections. And so like I mentioned, it's not, if you're thinking you're going to go to a convention center and walk down lanes and go to expo booths, it's not like that at all. It's a totally different style of how do you create these meaningful relationships with each other. And that's why we bring out these massive audiences and communities together. So definitely come check it out. You get access to about 30 events on site.
So what kind of went into the thought process? Because typically now there are some events that kind of take in that same strategy, but what was your idea for not going the traditional, convention route and basically doing the opposite of that?
You know what? I've been in Web3 a long time. So I got involved in 2012. I ran my first event in 2013 in Web3. I ran Ethereum's first ever event. They ran the first hackathon. I ran Bitcoin Expo back in the first one. So I've really seen the space grow with it. I run, done events, Bahamas, Barbados, Australia, Italy, all really massive ones. And so we know our audience. Our audience doesn't like the traditional stuff. We are the renegades. We are the ones that want something different. And honestly, we want to network and make friends and make connections. And so create an environment that you can do that in compared to, and don't get me wrong, we still have lots of expo booths. We have 2 floors of it, but it's not as cold of an environment where people want to leave and go to an after party. You kind of are there and you're there all day. So people are excited about that. And I think we really tap into what the psyche of someone who's in Web3 is. The other thing we do really well is we bring decentralized technologies on site. So all of our food trucks, POS systems, we've tracked our food one year, farm to table on the blockchain.
Oh, wow.
We've done things, we gamify the full experience. We drop NFTs everywhere. My whole, thesis is if you can't bring Web3 to an event, how are you going to bring it to the real world? And so what we do is with a lot of our sponsors you see, our partners, is we let the market test their event. Right? All these great projects come out, but they're clunky. They say, "Oh no, but you have to log into my wallet, and then no, you gotta change the chain on it. And you gotta do all these things." And then we become a realization for a lot of projects that hey, they're not actually as easy as they think they are for the real world. And so it's a really good testing ground for some of these Web3 technologies to try it out at our event.
Hell yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. I do want to I want to talk to you about Untraceable as well. I do, and if anybody listening has any questions or things about the event, Mr. Dude, if you got anything that you want to add, please go ahead. I did also I had heard whispering something about a yacht, and so I did hear you say that too. So all right, just making sure. I did hear the word yacht. I like that. That's always
fun. Yeah. So we do have a big yacht party on the first night, the 13th. And so you can go online right now at CanadaCryptoWeek.com. It's done by a project called LTD, Living the Dream. And so it's free to attend. So just go and apply. It's going to be a massive one. It's about 400 to 450 people. So if you do it now, you're likely to get in. And that's going on for the first night. But we also have about 4 or 5 other yachts that come up throughout the event as well. People dock them there. They have happy hours on them. It's right along the waterfront on the Toronto skyline. So it's an awesome environment to be in summer.
Fun, great, and that will be great.
Jay, I'm so excited to show you how we do it up here in Toronto, man. This is how we do it. You're gonna have a great time.
I'm super excited. I am super excited for that. Yeah, that'll be a great time. Definitely looking forward to getting a lot of content, doing a lot of interviews, chatting with a lot of people. And knowing that you are putting a little bit of a focus on AI, I think that's exciting. I think that's a great narrative. We know that in the upcoming couple years, that a lot of the AI projects are going to hopefully make some waves in our world, I would think.
Yeah, it's almost hard to predict what's going on. We're gonna have a few robots on site, which is kind of fun too. So we try and get people to touch and feel the future while they're there.
Nice.
Hey, Tracy, I just have a quick question about, okay, so I was in Portugal, and obviously, like, I'm from Toronto, right? So I had to travel over there. Obviously, I take out euros. One of the things that I found was, like, a barrier was all of a sudden at the conference that we were literally speaking at and sponsoring, they didn't take cash. Will it just be straight, like, I mean, it won't matter for me, I'm from Toronto, just for other people to know, will it be like cash be accepted there, or should they just
Yeah, cash is accepted. Yeah. All the food trucks at the end of the day still have the same payments. You know what? I think people over the years don't want to spend their crypto, especially. I know I've made a few missteps that way. I bought in some things way too early on that, you know, I don't probably need a panini maker and a spice rack being crypto in like 2013, things like that. So people definitely use cash though. We're still cash friendly.
Do you hang? I know a friend who he had gotten a mattress. He had bought a mattress with Bitcoin back in the day. You know, I think it was maybe when Overstock.com first started coming out. So Bitcoin wasn't that expensive. And then when, you know, it ripped up to like 69K or I think it was even when it was 20K, like his mattress was worth so much money, like $500,000 or yeah, like $500,000 or something like that. Like,
yeah,
that's like the one thing that scares people about spending their crypto, but at some point we have to. That's why I like the idea. You know, I was talking to Sean, who's one of the organizers for the Bitcoin conference yesterday, and you know, we were I just lost my point. I'm trying to remember what
payments, future of payments.
Yeah, it had something to do with Bitcoin. I don't remember now. Damn it.
Yeah, no, you know what? We all have similar stories. I did a good talk last year. You just can't think about all the bad stories. You know what I mean? Because you're just gonna miss out on the future ones. Because everybody has regrets, so there's just no point of it. I think every person on this call, every person at my, you know, should have bought this, should have sold this, should have listened to this person at this time. So, you know, just keep pushing forward. There's so many opportunities out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, every single day. So all right, so let's talk about Untraceable Inc. What is that all about?
Yeah, Untraceable Inc. is my company. It's just a spin on my name, Tracy. But yeah, we've been doing it for 11 years now. We do specifically Web3 events and marketing activations. And so yeah, like I mentioned, I've done them all around the world. Bahamas, Barbados, New York, Chicago, Australia. And we run these massive kind of conferences. I started off back in Toronto when in a place called Bitcoin Decentral. It's where Ethereum started out of. And that's where I got to know the Ethereum team really well. And then I started popping up their hackathons all around the world. I actually ran the first ETH Global Hackathon called ETH Waterloo. And then we helped ETH Denver start up. And ETH Denver is just it's just absolutely incredible what they're doing there now. And so really deep into that community. But yeah, I've also, you know, been in marketing for many projects as well. I've helped a lot of projects fundraise and do all that great stuff. And just recently, actually, so we actually just got acquired. So that's kind of
congratulations.
Thank you. So that was our big news this year.
That's fantastic. So okay, so on a whole nother level, like you've played a pretty intimate role for a very long time in the industry, it seems like, right? Because you have to obviously know the projects and you know the inner workings of a lot of things, and especially throwing events, you've got another perspective of it. So you've seen this industry change and grow a little bit. What's the most fascinating thing as far as, you know, what you've noticed with blockchain from your perspective? I know the growth, say, from the last 11 years. Like, what do you foresee in the next 11 years? Like, what's the most exciting thing? Like, is it that AI and that's why you're focusing on it now, or something totally different?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's hard to fully predict the future, but, you know, the things that you have to really understand is our industry pivots. It pivots a lot and it pivots really quickly. So you have to be agile with it. And, you know, if you work on something for so many years and it didn't come to fruition, that's okay. Just move on to the next thing that's kind of popping and happening. At the same time, though, if you do believe in something, everything in Web3 has its moment. That's what I always say is, you know, decentralized infrastructure wasn't very sexy a few years ago, and now it's like the biggest topic. NFTs had its run multiple times, and like I think NFTs are going to come back again huge as well. So I think, you know, if you are really passionate about something, just to really stick to it, to, you know, to be an expert in it, because they definitely all have their moment in Web3. But to also stay agile. Like I definitely see people still trying to build L1s and things like that. It's like also kind of got to move on.
You
You know, you got to know when to just cut your losses and move on to the next project. But yeah, I think the future definitely, there's a definitely big component of AI without a doubt.
Yeah, a big fan of that.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a very small community. So the people who survive are the ones who are community based. You know, they don't screw people over. You know, they generally are in it for decentralized technology and making the world a better place. It really does go a long way.
Mhm.
Those are the ones who survive.
Right. Do you think, listen, I'm with you on decentralized. I'm with you on all of that. That was, this is something obviously I do remember, the conversation that I had with Sean yesterday. You know, we were talking about, I think like, you know, ease of use and access and making the whole process simpler. Right. And say, you know, my whole thing was like using Coinbase is like, as someone who is in crypto, I do not use Coinbase, right? I am a decentralized user of cryptocurrency and blockchain. But as we start to bring more people into the space, like obviously the ease of use and the onboarding, the on and off ramps, all that kind of stuff requires a centralized entity. And so like, you know, utilizing stuff like that is going to be paramount to mass adoption, right? And what does mass adoption does it even mean? Does it mean that we're going to pump our bags, or does that we have more people that potentially could be financially free? I guess it depends on what, you know, how you feel or what you're looking to get out of the ecosystem, whatever. But, you know, the whole idea of decentralization is something that should be more for the advanced user or curious. What do you think about that? Do you think that it should just be, are you a true decentralized person, or do you think like, hey, let's get everybody into here as quickly as we can so that the ecosystem is grows up, matures, is less volatile, all that, and then, you know, we can teach people about true decentralization?
It's a great question, right? I think there's just different audiences at the end of the day. If we want everybody in the world to be able to be on this, then it needs to be simpler. But no, self-custody, I think, is the most important. Self-custody, I think, decentralization, like there's a war that's going to be going on right now. It's secretly happening on privacy, and on data security and all that kind of great, you know, important stuff. So I think it is important to stay decentralized as much as we can. And that's why we've honestly put on these events, is to build the community, to remind people why we're all here and why we're doing this. It's not just to create faster payments so third parties can take more money. It's so that people can own, right? Can own their own data and own their own currency and be financially independent. I got into crypto because I went to Kenya. I started a microfinance program. I realized, like, I've been there multiple times, and I realized how much of the world is unbanked. It was like 4 hours to get to, sorry, about an hour where I was to get to a bank account, and then 4 hours to get into a line to figure out the most simplest thing. So just simply people didn't have bank accounts there. Homeless is another amazing example of that. You can't have a bank account because you don't have a home. So, you know, crypto is a way out of that. But, and the freakiest example I just heard recently is robots can't open up a bank account, AI, but they can send Bitcoin, which is a whole nother conversation of kind of how, it's just, you know, it's very open to everybody. So I think it's important to stay decentralized. It's important that we're kind of the soldiers to push that, everyone on this call and everyone that comes to these events, or it can definitely get eaten up by these just traditional centralized, you know, authorities. That being said, like, I do think the Coinbases out there, they still have a big belief to be decentralized. So I think they're on our side, you know, they're definitely part of our team to get that message across.
I'm with you there.
And I think, Jay, just to like build on what Tracy said, like another thing is places like charities, right? Like everyone always wonders, like, oh, where's my money going? The one of the best things about the blockchain is it will always tell us. So if, you know, let's just say you donate, you're super rich, you donate $1 million to Make-A-Wish Foundation or the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Now the way they spend it in crypto, we're actually going to be able to see that tracked, so you'll know exactly where the money's going, and it should, you know, quote unquote, unless people find ways around it, is alleviate some of like the undercutting and the skimming from the top and some of the shady things that do unfortunately go on.
Yeah, like central bank digital currencies is the scariest thing that's about to hit us. And I think everybody right now, you know, don't take it lightly that you're in the Web3 space. You're kind of, I think, put into this position to help navigate this industry, because is it going to go that everything becomes a central bank digital currency and crypto kind of goes away, or can, you know, individuals have a voice enough to say, no, we don't want this. We want Bitcoin and we want more decentralized technology. So The scary future, I think.
I wonder how that will work, right? Like, you know, if they do create CBDCs and all that stuff, does it then become like a closed loop system so that you can't find ways to, you know, benefit off your, you know, prior crypto holdings to bring that into this new monetary system? You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt it's not happening. It's already happening around the world. The question is, like, the one thing about Bitcoin is it's never going away. It's the most resilient thing I've ever seen. I don't think they could ever find a way to go away. You know, it might be harder to spend it and use it. Yeah, you know, we all have to make sure we're keeping decentralized technologies as like the forefront of why we're doing all this, because it can get pretty blurry lines very quickly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I can.
Definitely.
All right. I want to make sure that we do it's halfway through the show. It's 9:30, a few minutes past. GM, happy Friday. I do want to get into some pizza stuff in a little bit here, obviously, because it is Friday. But before we do that, I want to make sure, if you guys are watching on X, let me just look at our stats here. I love that what we've got now is we are on 3 channels. So we are on my X, we are on Mr. Dude's X, and we are also on YouTube. So if you guys are watching on X, go ahead and hit the heart. That's all you got to do. Just hit it once. Like, it's that easy. It shouldn't hurt. I have a soft pad, so it's really soft, so it makes it easy for me to explain. But just hit the heart real quick, and then repost the video out. If you are listening in the space, thank you. There are several of you doing that. Go ahead and hit the purple pill. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know the drill. Smash it. All right, there you go. Now we're back. It's like my commercial.
Oh, don't forget the code there, Jay. Throw that down.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Pizza Friday, guys, if you were on the fence and you're like, you know what, shoot, this sounds like fun. I would like to hang out with Tracy. I would like to hang out with the Web3 Breakfast crew. I think that I've made the decision that I want to go to Toronto in August to go to the Blockchain Futurist Conference, and doggone it, I'm going to go buy tickets today. And when you do decide that that's what you want to do, make sure you use promo code PIZZA, because it's going to make your ticket free. There you go. Thank you, Tracy. You are awesome.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, the other thing I always say is bring someone in Web2 along with you. Bring, you know, a great event to like bring someone new. I'm sure everyone here has friends that say, well, tell me about crypto, you know, and you don't want to get through the rabbit hole all the time with them. But this is a good opportunity to say, you know, you get a free ticket, use the code PIZZA right now. We're going to expire it in probably the end of the day today. So make sure you use it right now. And then bring a friend in Web2 along with you as well. So register for them too.
I love that. I think that is fantastic. You know, we often say on the show, like, bring a friend, or, you know, bring your mom or your girlfriend or your aunt or your sister, whatever. Like, you know, bring someone specific to this show that isn't in crypto, because, I mean, why the heck not? You know, and I think that that's a fantastic idea. Everybody's got a normal friend, and normal friends love to travel, and normal friends love to go to fun events, and normal friends love to have drinks or coffee or food or whatever, right? And so, and listen to music and go on yachts and possibly do a helicopter tour of
breathe
Toronto
air
and just breathe air and see other people. So, like, yeah, that's a fantastic idea. That should be the rule. Like, you can't bring a crypto.
Honestly, that's amazing. Like now that obviously like we have the media passes, but now that like we're gonna get these pizza free, like I'll bring my wife now. She's always wants to learn and curious. So
exactly. You know what's interesting for me too is, I don't know how anyone else here, but if you ever get calls from people or messages saying, teach me about crypto, right? I've come to the point to say, unless you come to this event, I'm not gonna teach you about it.
That
actually makes so much sense.
Let them know that. Say, hey, don't keep asking me about it. Here's an opportunity. Go learn yourself, and then we can have a conversation about it.
Yeah, so my sisters and my brother-in-laws, like, they found out like I'm doing this show because I sent it to my dad once, and they were like, "Oh, I heard you doing this show," and I was like, "Yeah, like I didn't really talk about it with you guys because I don't feel like, you know, with 30 people around trying to like give you like a 5-minute rundown on what crypto is. They're like, we wouldn't understand it anyways.
Just tune in and find out."
Exactly. And then we'll have a conversation about tuning in. Exactly. So, yeah, get those tickets in. Awesome.
Huh. I love that. I think that should be the new thing that we talk about moving forward. Like when we go to conferences, like Nashville, like bring. That's different. That's a whole different story. But you know, anytime you go to a conference, bring a friend, just a normal.
Yeah,
friend.
Unfortunately, most of these conferences, they're like $1,000 tickets. You know, they're not open to the world. I think it's a big shame. Again, I think crypto and Web3 is about for the people, right? It's like, how do you level up the playing field? And so when they have these tickets that are thousands of dollars, it doesn't allow everyone to come there. So that's why we always make it really open and accessible for people. And then talks like this, where we have great community partners like you guys. You know, if people are part of your community and you know, support you guys, then we want to support you guys too. So that's why you guys get some free tickets here. But I don't think other conferences really do this.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm super excited. It is going to be my first time in Toronto. Yeah, I've been to Canada once. I went on a fishing trip and we went up through, what's the coldest airport or the coldest city in the world or whatever?
I don't know.
There's like
could have been like up in Saskatoon or up in,
well, I think it's an airport that's on the
Winnipeg.
border. It's the airport that's on the border of the U.S. and Canada, I think, is like.
Well, like up in one of the Yukon, like in the Yukon, up in the territories.
Yeah.
Or you mean like our main border, like Minnesota, Winnipeg.
Yeah, the Minnesota border.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that's Manitoba. You're getting up there. They're just out there. We don't worry about some of them out there, right? We're here in Ontario, where we got the Leafs for the center of the universe here.
How's the
weather? You know, it's hot right now. It's all super hot in Toronto. Yeah.
All right.
Like, so we're, I think I've mentioned this before, Jay Chains, like in Toronto, like we are more south than like it's something like 12 states. Like we're more south than a lot of like the states that you guys are familiar with. So we have like just amazing weather. In the summer, it's super hot. In the winter time, it's not even like that cold as compared to some of our northern provinces and cities.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Boom. Geography lesson on the show.
Get your geography,
shout out
ladies
Toronto.
And gentlemen. So what I was talking about was International Falls. I believe
Niagara Falls.
Yes, we have the cooler one on our side of the border. Niagara Falls is cooler, and it's on our side.
Oh, no. International Falls is the airport.
Oh, I was like, oh, what?
It's I guess it's in Minnesota. It's on the state side. So that's what we did is we flew into there, and then we had to drive into Canada to go do this fishing trip, which was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And that's where I learned about mayflies. Those things are insane.
See, I've never even really experienced those. Like I'm like a city boy. I live in the country outside of Toronto now, but growing up I was just a big city boy.
Yeah, you've lost me.
Yeah, like we have mosquitoes. Did you grow up in Toronto, Tracy?
I did. I grew up in Toronto. It's a great time to come in August. It's super hot. So it's the best time to come. That's why we run in August.
And there'll be the Cabana. When is Cabana? It's around that time too, right? Like LeBron might be in town. Who knows? They all come up here.
Yeah, that's the week before. That's a Caravana. So that's
Caravana.
That's the week before, but we do the week after. So it's a little bit calmer in the city, a little bit cheaper than hotels.
So let me ask you a question. Obviously, pool time. There's going to be you said like a tiki bar, a pull-up, swim-up bar, or something like that. So we got to bring ours. We call them, I guess, swimsuits. There was a while I was calling it a bathing suit, and I had to like shame myself because it's not a bathing suit; it's a swimsuit. I call it a swimmy. I call it a swimmy suit because of my daughter. What do you guys call swimsuits in Canada?
Swimsuits, I think. Actually, bathing suits, to be honest. But now
yeah, no, I'm ashamed to say bathing suit too.
It's funny, right?
We do have the pool. It is open. There's a lifeguard there. You can bring every year. People do bring it, but a lot of it is a little bit more. Not necessarily people are going the pool.
Okay.
We do have a few events around there. So Board A Club is doing a private event around the pool at one point. We have something called Team Spark. They're doing a recruitment event. So if you're looking for a job, they're going to help connect people with companies who are looking to hire. And then, like I mentioned, we have about 30 other events. So some of them are around the pool. Some of them are in Cabana, happy hours. Some ones I like to highlight, like Definity. So Internet Computer, they're running a big event with us. We have about 5 different book signings at the conference. So lots of people writing books this year. And then the other big things we do is we run ETH Women. So we run a women's breakfast, a facilitated women networking event. We have Kids AI and robotics. And then we have some of our after parties that are private on this site as well.
Fun. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. They got a nice breakfast you can go to, Jack. The burn.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm an ally.
You're in LA.
No, ally.
I
live in
ally, like a women's ally.
Yeah. Hashtag girl dad. Again, I live down in, I live outside of Atlanta.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I thought.
Yeah, this is a, you know, what's really cool about being here, is that because we had spent about a decade in Austin before, and like, you know, we drive to a lot of different places, and when you drive out of Texas, you know, you can be in the car for 5 hours and you're still in Texas. Whereas here in Georgia, we're in closer proximity to a lot of different things. So a few hours you're at the ocean. Within an hour, you can be up in the mountains. Like, I geographically love this part of the country. This is a fantastic place. So if anybody has ever thought, Tracy, if you've ever thought like, I got to get down to the Southeast US, make a stop in like the Carolinas and Georgia. It is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I've been many, many times. It's awesome there. It's nice, you know, like Toronto is really close to a lot of places in America. I think you guys mentioned this already. If people don't know, so we're 4 hours from Cleveland. We're like a few hours from Buffalo, Rochester, you know, Syracuse. You know, we're just like a hop and a skip from Michigan, New York. So Washington, we've driven to. So I've driven to most of the states. Anything on the east side, but yeah, if you're anywhere on the east side of America, it's a really close and really cheap plane ticket to Toronto. We also have a downtown airport right on the island. So if you're able to fly into the Billy Bishop Airport, it's like the best experience for Americans.
Let me ask you guys a question. So this is just I'm not really sure. It all depends. So my family has a lake house in Southwest Michigan, and my mom was organizing like a whole thing for the family like the week before, right? And so the whole idea would be like, all right, if we're going to go up there and spend the whole time there, then obviously we're going to drive from Southwest Michigan to Toronto. So I'll have the fam with me versus me flying from Atlanta. And so say we do decide to do that drive, do you guys think entry through Detroit is better and then drive through Canada, or swing up through the States and come in near Buffalo?
Is that a question for me?
Sure. Anybody that would know the answer, I think, is well equipped, better equipped than I am. That's for sure.
Honestly, man, it's like so if you go through Detroit, then you're gonna drive like all the way through Windsor, and like that's probably like 4-ish hours from the border to edge of Mississauga, Toronto. Or you go the other route. It would just depend on how long it's gonna take, and maybe if you want to stop, because if you go the Buffalo route, you can stop through Niagara Falls and see how much better it is on our side of the border. Maybe take like a cool picture for your house and then continue through. But like it's kind of like whatever you want to do on the way, man.
All right. I don't know if you listen. I was waiting for someone to be like, "Oh shit, no, if that's your thing, dude." Let me just look at the map really quick because I'm just gonna spitball here. But like, oh, London, dude, like you gotta check out London, Canada.
Nah, man, you're not gonna miss like that. If you want to check out a place, then it's definitely Niagara Falls.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I guess that's
you can even like there's the casinos and shit there. Like you guys can stop like. On our like I don't know what it's like on the other side for in Buffalo there, but Niagara Falls is like a tourist attraction. They have like the main strip. They got so much shit going on down there.
Here we go. I think we piqued Kerry's interest. He came up. Oh, and Dahl too. Nice.
Yeah, we're about to get some opinions on the border crossing.
Okay, so Tracy, I do want to tell you that we have a very, very strong Canadian representation in the Web3 Breakfast Club, like very strong.
Awesome.
And I'm very excited that I'm finally going to get to meet several of people I call friends at this point. Like, you know, this is my Web3 family that I finally get to meet people that we've been chatting daily for a long time. I am super excited about coming up there for this event and getting a chance to create content, meet people, network, grow, build, everything. Carrie.
GM, what's going on?
What is up, my guy?
Let me do on my window here. Not much. Just wanted to say privileged to be able to listen to Tracy speaking this morning. And I got to say, if you're on the fence still about like, you know, and you have the like the slightest ability to make it to Toronto, just make it out. I mean, the selection, the venue selection, she was way too conservative in the explanation. It is badass. I've been to dozens of raves back when it was called the Docks. It's an incredible complex. It's such a cool place to hold a conference. Like there's several rooms that splinter off, and then there's like you said, the outdoor bit. It's kind of hard to explain unless you're like been there. It used to be a big sports center / and then they like throw raves there, right? But they've rebranded it Rebel Nightclub since then, and it's fantastic. And the last year that I was there, I mean, I can't imagine how much effort went into like setting up that the 3D immersive experience on the main stage was just absolutely incredible. There was like snacks and stuff all day. I had an absolute blast, and I brought a Web2 friend with me, and he was like, "This is the friggin' coolest thing I've done in a long time."
Hell yeah.
So yeah, all I can say is get off the fence.
Hey, you got a free ticket now. You got to act fast. Today is Friday, July 12th. If you put in promo code pizza today and today only, you get yourself a free ticket. So don't fumble the bag there.
Thanks so much for those kind words. I really appreciate it. You keep me going. When it's a month out and I want to give up, you keep me going.
Yes. Also, Tracy, I DM'd you, because I live near the area. Like, if you need anything, just let me know.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Love it. We got anything else, ladies and germs?
Hey Jay, tell her about Mela B. I think I'm breaking up a little bit, but tell her about Mela B up in Toronto if she doesn't know her already.
Musician, Web3 musician. Tracy, do you know who Mela B is?
No, I don't.
Well, she is a great musician. She plays guitar, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
To the moon. You could. I'll let you go for it. We could hear you well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Mela B, to me, she's like the queen of Web3 as far as music goes. She has a radio show she does on Wednesdays when she's available called Pimp Radio, PYMP. She's just really great. If you pull up her profile and find her videos that she's posted, she has like little snippets of some of her songs, and you can check her out and see what you think about her. She could be perfect to invite to your event. She's a great woman in Web3, and she definitely deserves some recognition.
That's awesome.
Cool.
100%. We should have her at the conference. I don't know how you can make a connection. Just maybe message me on Twitter, and then
I can connect it. I can connect the two of you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jay James.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely. Cool. Well, heck yeah. Tracy, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. We're so excited, and we love partnering with you guys. And thanks for just continuing to do shows like this. It really does make a difference. All of us working on it.
Absolutely. And hey, you know what would be good to do is we could do more. I am down to do more leading up. I've worked with several conferences, and it's always good to, if you want, and unless you have this planned already, I'm not sure, but we can give more speakers opportunities to give the chance to, tell their story in advance of the conference, so that they can have an opportunity to, get some exposure, get some video clips, some sound bites or whatever leading up to it that they can use for promo for what they've got going on. That's something that, if we want to set up a day and have a bunch of speakers, or set up a couple days leading up once a week, whatever you want to do, we are totally down to cue you guys in for for the remaining time leading up to the conference.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're excited to have you on site too. So try and capture as much footage as we can.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be going live every day. So we'll have the we'll be locked and loaded with the sound equipment and the gear and the cameras and lights, camera, action, baby. We got it.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, let's we'll connect about that too, because maybe we need some dedicated Wi-Fi as my mind goes into event planner mode. We'll figure it out.
All right, cool. All right, sweet. So here we go. This is your last attempt. Well, not your last attempt, but this is my last attempt to get people to understand what's going on, guys. Blockchain Futurist Conference coming in Toronto, August 13th and 14th. You're going to want to go. Make sure that you use promo code PIZZA today and today only to get yourself a free ticket. Bring yourself a Web2 friend. If you've already got yourself a ticket, that means that you could probably bring a friend with you. So get them a ticket and then skedaddle on over to Toronto next month. Tracy, thank you so much for your time this morning. If people want to connect with you, they want to learn more, are you guys speaker list is done, so nobody can apply for that anymore, I believe. But if they want to connect with you beforehand, what do you suggest for people?
Yeah, message me on Twitter, or we have a general inbox of the event if it's something that I can push to someone else in our team. So it's events@untraceableinc.com. Even if you go on futuresconference.com, you'll see contact page and things like that. So that's a great place. You can message me on Twitter, but I'm pretty slammed right now, so I apologize if I don't get back. But hey, the day after the conference, I'm super available to meet anybody.
Perfect. We will just the mantra is that brunch, the brunch the day after.
Exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to live that life. I know what I know what the next day feels like. It's amazing. So keep pushing through. We appreciate you. If there's anything from a media standpoint that we can do, absolutely let me know. But we're looking forward to having the crew there.
Amazing. Thanks so much, everyone.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy. You're the best. Woo!
Thanks. Bye.
Whoa. What is wrong with me? My God. I am an idiot. Tracy. It is Friday. Yeah. It is Friday, and something that we do every Friday. Hang on. I'll be right back. I got to figure this out. I got to have the soundboard closer to me.
I got to hear that song.
But while he is getting that soundboard, what he's going to be telling you is get your pizza order ready, because we give our Friday pizza order, and it's just, here we go.
Hey, yeah. All right, Tracy, thank you so much for being on the show today. This is the one thing that we got to do every Friday is we got to take your pizza order, because pizza will be coming to you later in the day, possibly. We can't guarantee delivery. We don't know your address. But what is your pizza order?
Pizza order is cheese pizza with pepperoni, mushrooms, and green olives.
Ooh, there you go. All right. There you go. Carrie, what are you getting today?
Pepperoni, mushrooms, and jalapenos.
There you go. The little spicy one. The spicy one. To the moon. What's your pizza order? No pizza for you, Mr. Dude.
All right, I'm going to order from 2 for 1, just to keep it in the spot here of the show. And I'm going to get a pepperoni and cheese for the girls, and then for myself, I'm going to get a nice Canadian pizza with green peppers and green olives and mushrooms, maybe little onions.
There you go.
Make mine a Hawaiian with bacon. Add bacon on that bad boy.
So you do the ham and the bacon, or you say no ham, give me the bacon?
Oh,
instead?
yeah. It could go either way for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind Hawaiian pizza. I don't mind a Hawaiian pizza, by the way. I don't mind pineapple on the pizza. That doesn't offend me. I think it's all right. But I would prefer to always do bacon versus ham chunks. I love ham. I love ham, but I like ham in different applications with like mustard and some pickles and stuff like that. I don't really want it on pizza. To me, that is more offensive than pineapples is ham chunks. I like bacon though, but that's just me. I don't know why I had to comment on your order. I didn't comment.
What are you having today?
Cashew and feta.
That's right. That's probably what Jacob's having, eh, Jacob?
Fuck no. That shit sounds disgusting.
Okay, we did learn about the cashews from you, but what is your pizza order for today? The song's over, obviously.
I know. I'm feeling a little bit of Latino spirit in my veins today, so I'm gonna order enchilada pizza.
Oh! All right, you and Zach probably eating pizza together, looking for the Latinas. There you go.
Nah, come on.
Just kidding. All right. I'm going. What are we gonna do for pizza tonight? And I kind of feel like I don't want to be the one-trick pony, because it's usually pepperoni, fresh garlic, and banana peppers or pepperoncinis, whatever we got. I feel like tonight's one of those nights that I want to do prosciutto arugula, and some balsamic glaze. I think I might go bougie.
I like that. Good choice.
There you go. We'll see. It might just be pepperoni. It may be the old, what is it? The DIY fail where you see the image of, the one that I use the example is my favorite one of all time. It's like the cupcakes of Oscar the Grouch. or the Cookie Monster, excuse me, the cupcakes of the Cookie Monster, and they look amazing. And the DIY fail is just utterly pathetic looking, but I'm equally amazing at how bad it looks. And so on that note, we'll switch it over to positive, guys. Have a great afternoon. I don't know if I'm doing the show this afternoon. There is something freaking massive in the works. Timing of that will all depend. And it's going to be an interview that I'm going to do. Just that's a little spoiler. If I do this throughout the day, I will post it at 4 p.m. for the live show. If I can somehow get this thing to be at 4 p.m., then that's when it will be, and we'll do it live. But you are literally not going to want to miss this. This is going to blow. When you find out who this is that I'm talking to, it's going to blow your freaking mind. Blow your mind. All right. I think that's it for now. Anybody got any other shows this afternoon other than that potential? No? All right. Do something cool. Be great. Make yourself 1% better. Now, here's the deal. This is a good thing about the Friday shows is that because you got Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning, right? So if you make yourself 1% better every single day, so that's Friday to Saturday is 1%, Saturday to Sunday is 2%, Sunday to Monday is 3%. So that means the next time we talk to each other, y'all should be 3% better than we were yesterday. And I tell you what, man, if you were feeling on the fence about your happiness today, by Monday, you should be crushing it. So crush the weekend. I love you guys. We are out of here. Adios, amigos. Ciao for now, babies.